Assalamu alaikum, my dear friends and fellows. Heartiest welcome to my training channel. My name is Abdul Khalik. Dear fellows, whatever we can achieve here in this world, whatever we can become, we want to become good. We want to become very prominent. We want to be respected by the people. We want to be liked and cherished by the people. We even want that once we are no more here in this world, the people should talk in a good way about us. They should cherish us, appreciate us. That is something really, that is something. When a person become immortal, we don't die. If at all our character remain alive, we don't die at all. Dear friends, it is all about character. It is all about character. If at all we want to become a true leader, if at all we want to be a true leader, the leader of the great character, so for that reason, we need to create certain very good qualities in ourselves. We need to polish ourselves. We need to develop ourselves. We need to bring out the best ourselves. We need to do some sort of self actualization. So, dear friend, so it is really important that we become a true gold. And this is quite possible. This is quite feasible. I'm not talking about the imaginary things at all. I'm talking about the realistic thing. Why do I call it a realistic one? Because many of the people have done it already. We are not going to be the first one to do it at all. So today we made it a topic of our today's discussion, and there are certain qualities that if at all these qualities we have written and listed the nine in number, and we should now try to create as many of these qualities in us as it is possible for us, for the reason that these qualities will genuinely make us, it will make us a true leader, will make us really somebody very strong indeed, and somebody very strong of character, and it will make us an immortal person. Now, without wasting the further time, let's move toward those nine qualities which we need to cultivate in ourselves, and which we need to inculcate in our mind. First of all, it is consistency in actions. Consistency in actions. Their actions prove their talks. In their actions prove their talks. Mean whatever they talk, they do the same thing. They are not different. That is something which is called consistency in action. I think that is extremely important, and we cannot become a good human being unless and until we do have the consistency in action. But if at all we want to be a person of very strong character, if at all we want to become a leader, obviously we do need to create this thing in ourselves. And the second thing is openness and honesty. Openness and honesty. Openness of the mind. First of all, do not close your mind. Don't be a prejudiced person. Don't be a biased person against anything or in favor of anything else. Rather, keep your mind open. Keep the doors of your heart open as well, and be an honest person. So, that was the second quality which we need to create in ourselves. And the third is empathy towards others. Empathy towards others. I think that we need to create the empathy, and the empathy mean trying to put ourselves into the shoes of another person, trying to put ourselves in the circumstances, in the situation of another person, and trying to understand by putting ourselves the way that person was raised, the way that person was raised. And I think the way the situation and the circumstances that particular person was surviving and living in. So that is, third quality, and it is empathy toward other. And the fourth is admitting when they are wrong. If at all we are wrong, I think we should never ever defend ourselves, because defending ourselves when we are wrong, I think that is the worst thing which we can do with ourselves, with our character, with our reputation. So extremely important thing is that we do admit when we are wrong. wrong. And now the fourth quality is that the fourth quality was admitting when we are wrong. Now the fifth is keeping promises. Keeping promises and taking them to your graves. Keeping promises in such a manner that even if at all we die, we should not be losing our promises at all. But the promises which are good and positive one, if at all there is a negative promise that I will do something negative, something bad, I think we should never ever, we should try to accomplish it. Rather, we need to become quite apologetic. We rather should lose it, we should rather leave it as soon as we can, not to carry it on at all, not to carry it on at all, rather to get rid of it. Rather, even if at all we do have to say sorry, or even if at all we do have to apologize openly, but never ever try to fulfill any of the negative promise. But as for the positive promises are concerned, take them to your grave. Now, the sixth is telling the hard truth. What is the hard truth, by the way? The hard truth is when we find ourselves in danger, when uh, when it is upon us, when saying something, if at all we have done something wrong, I think we should have the courage and the gut to tell it to the other people. If at all we are asked not to hide it, those are the hard truths. And if at all somebody is threatening us not to tell the truth, I think we should be having the gut and the courage to tell the truth even at that time. So that is the immortal character. And now the seventh is showing your vulnerability. Showing your vulnerability, being able to discuss your feelings, being able to discuss your feelings, your thoughts, to show your flaws and your flaws. Showing vulnerability, being able to discuss your feelings, your thoughts, to show your flaws. So that is showing your vulnerability. Showing vulnerability. And now the eighth is acting with integrity. Acting with integrity, sticking to your morals and about and number eight is acting with integrity, sticking to your morals and what you believe, even when the going get tough. Acting with integrity, sticking to your morals and what you believe, even when the going get tough, even when you even when you even when you are busy, or when everyone seems to be swimming in opposite direction. Acting with integrity mean sticking to your morals and what you believe, even when the going get tough, e- even when you are busy, or when everyone seems to be swimming in opposite direction. Acting with integrity. And the last and the ninth is being patient. Being patient, I think one of the extremely important quality it is, as the patience is a virtue. And dear friend, patience is one of the biggest virtues. If at all we do have the patience, we can get a lot, we can survive well. But if at all we are impatient, it means that we have the biggest disquality, bad demerit. Dear friend, these were the nine qualities which I have enlisted and put forward in front of you. So these nine qualities mean, if at all somebody want to become a person of immortal character, so they need to create these nine qualities in themselves. Dear friend, it is really very important. Thank you very much.